Shalom. לכל ישראליתים בברזיל, בישראל, באחרים, אמן, במזרח התיכון. כאן אסף בנמי קריספין לוי מיישוב ישראלית. Shalom to all Israelites in Middle East, in Brazil, in Israel, in other continents. Here, the elder Assaf Benami Crispin Levi, who speaks with you. Well, we're going to read the commandments of the eternal one, the eternal covenant. And today, we're going to study the item number 154. We'll speak about the feast, Ramoedim, and Sabbath, or Shabbatot. 154, the item in the Torah. We're studying the book, the Constitution of Eternal Kingdom, the Torah. And I would like to thank you, your tithe, your maser, your offerings, your donations. Thank you very much. Yhuh bless you and your family. Well, item 154. The seventh day of every week is Yahweh's sabath of rest and a holy convocation. Shemot, chapter 23, verses 12. Shemot, chapter 23, verses 12. 6 days you are to do your work, and on the seventh day you rest, in order that you, or your ox, and your donkey might rest, and the son of your female servant, and the sojourner be refreshed. Now we're going to read other verses in Shemot 16. Shemot 16. Shemot 16, verses 23. And he said to them, this is what Yahweh has said. Tomorrow is a rest, a Sabbath, set apart to Yahweh. That which you bake, and that which you cook, and lay up for yourselves all that is left over to keep it until morning. Well, the seventh day is Yom Shabbat, sign of my covenant forever, to signify also the sign of my covenant anew after this day, this age, begins at the redemption, resurrection event, when the covenant Torah is imprinted upon new immortal bodies. Jeremiah, chapter 31 to 33. You can examine it with the accuracy. The profoundness of our Father Creator's Wilson and wondrous seventh day, Bereshit 2:3. Shemot, Exodus, chapter 31, verses 12, 18. We're going to read in the oral law this item number 154 that speaks about the Shabbat. 154, Bereshit, chapter 2, verses 2 and 3. Bereshit, chapter 2, verse 2 and 3. And on the seventh day Elohim completed his work, which he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And Elohim blessed the seventh day, and set it apart, because on it he rested from all his work, which Elohim in creating had made. Well, it's very interesting because the Eternal One blessed, rested, and separated the seventh day, Yom Shabbat. First, a statement pertaining to the supernatural day of Yahweh, its Shabbat. Elohim, the Creator and Covenanter, his day, which has been abolished by the man's covenant, contradict religions, the atheism gam, the philosophers gam, should their eternal regret. The command concerning the seventh-day Shabbat rest will remain valid in effect on this earth forever. Unfortunately, many false prophets has talked against the Sabbath, against the supper, the Pesach, against the circumcision, against the Yom Kippur. And be careful with the false prophets that has been denying the Torah, the commandments, because the commandments are our lives, or our Chaim, our life. Well, the command concerning the seventh-day Shabbat rest will remain valid in effect on this earth forever, because the day is decreed, ordained by the Creator, Yahweh Elohim Tzvaot. This day is therefore permanent and perpetual, enduring forever. You can check in the book of Isaiah 66, chapter 66, verse 22 to 24. Every seventh day, the last day of the week, is the day of covenant Shabbat rest, day of Yahweh. This very unique day is entrusted to us by the Creator, whether or not his day is recognized and observed by curse and death infected humanity. The Creator's seventh day is entrusted into our care by him, and is designated by him to be to all of humanity. Hallelujah, Barach, blessed, to be the channel of covenant, immortal life, the blessing and the promises. Kadosh, set apart, holy, thus totally distinct, separate from the 6 common days, because of the power conveyed via this, the Creator's eternal day, which is not subject to the curse nor death. The Creator's seventh day is therefore not affected by the actions of earthbound and mortal men, nor by the decrees of his covenant contradicting rebel religions, which reject the truth concerning his always-some day. Let it be known to all the Bible-believing, and to all mankind alike, no decree of an immortal man, but decree from Israel, from Yahweh's mouth, nor that any mortal Roman Pope can ever supplant nor undo this his covenant decree. Surely, holy Christian sons' days, Sabbath, is abomination before him, for the Sunday observance decrees from Rome. This is the revelation contained in the word of Yahweh concerning his magnificent magnificent day. Yom Rashivii, day the 7th, is Yom Rashabat, day of the rest. Yom Yahweh, Shabbat Shalom. Yom Ragadol, the great day. Yom Et Haor, day of the light. Literally, the day that is all only a light, 12 hours. Yohanan, John, chapter 11, verse 9. Yom Shalom, day of peace. Yom Rahaim, day of the living. Revelation, chapter 20, verse 6. Verse the dead, Revelation 20, verse 12. Day of healing and restoration, you can examine it. Luke chapter 13, verse 16. Yom Et Haor, the day of the children of the light. Day of liberation, salvation, deliverance from the authority and the power of the ruler of the darkness. Devarim, Torah, chapter 5, verse 15. Exodus, Shemot, 31, verse 13. The day of Yahweh's power and authority, it's Sabbath. The adversary has no authority nor power on this day except through lie and deceit. Yom HaMenuchah, day of the rest. Yom Honeg, day of the light. Reference Isaiah, Yhuh, chapter 58, verse 13 and 14. This is our Father's Day, the day when he and his kingdom are united and at one with us on this earth. This his day being designated Barach and Kadosh by him, therefore conveys all the promise and benefit of his Barit Olam, everlasting life covenant. This is why he has set his day to be the sign of his everlasting life covenant forever. To mean past, present, future, no provision to accommodate a man decreed, but common Sabbath. Only this day weekly conveys to us the reality and fulfillment of his everlasting kingdom of life, Shalom. In every respect, a weekly sampling and for a state of everlasting covenant life and the likeness, Oneg, references, Isaiah 58, chapter 58, verse 13, 14. Well, let's see it in the importance of the Shabbat, this item 154 in Yeshua's time and his Talmudin's time as well. Luke chapter 13, verses 10 to 16. Luke chapter 13, verse Luke chapter 13, verse 10 to 16. And he was teaching in one of the congregations on the Sabbath, and see there was a woman having a weakening spirit for 18 years, and he was bent over, and was unable to straighten up at all. And Yahshua, seeing her, called her near, and said to her, Woman, you are loosened from your weakness. And he laid his hands on her, and immediately, she was straightened up and praised Elohim. But the ruler of the congregation responded, much displeased that Yahshua had healed on the Sabbath, said to the crowd, There are 6 days on which men should work, so come and he healed on them, and not on the Sabbath day. Then the master answered him and said, Hypocrite, does not each one of you on the Sabbath loosen his ox or his donkey from the stall and let it away to water it? And this one, being a daughter of Abraham, whom Satan has borne, looking for 18 years, should she not be loosened from this bond on the Sabbath? Then we can see the importance of the Sabbath, day of healing, day of freedom. Yom Shabbat, as we join him and the host of his heavenly realm on this his day, the timeless, endless day of rest and delight. Yom Shabbat, aka Yom Olam Haba, day of the road, age to come. This day contains the timeless realm, eternity. On this day, this is the day of the awakening shofar blessed, the day of the first resurrection. Yom Ra'im, day of the living. On this day we are restored, reborn, born again, unto immortal life, escaped from Sheol, the grave, and eternal death. The day of our assembling, gathering unto him, the day of his Messiah anointed. Isaiah 56, 1-8. Read the last day of the week, not forsaking our assembly, synagogue together. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1-3. The seventh day, but encouraging one another, where 2 or 3 are gathered. Matthew chapter 18, verses 20. And all the more, as you see, behold, the day of Yhuh coming near. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 25. This is the importance of the Shabbat. Shalom to everyone. Yhuh bless you. Baruch. Shalom lekulam, lekol Israelitim. Asher shomeim oti. Shalom, shalom. Ad hayon raramishi rabah.